During your working years, you are in what advisors like to call the accumulation phase, building and growing your retirement nest egg. Once it's built, how are you supposed to navigate the distribution phase? The Core and Explore plan is a planning strategy designed to help retirees and pre-retirees divide their savings portfolios into manageable chunks with their own purposes. But what is the purpose of the divisions?
The core is a piece of the money that's 100% protected. That's the safe part of our portfolio. And then you have a piece of the money that's the Explore. That's the money that's in the market. That's where we're relying on the stock market going in our favor, performing very well, 8, 10, 12% returns on average. And so you have that core, which is, I make an analogy to a lot of my clients, that's kind of the foundation to the house. And then on top of that, I build on top of that, which is the Explore. But the key is you have two parts of that strategy which makes sense. One part by itself doesn't make sense. The other part by itself doesn't make sense. But if you use those in combination with each other, they make total sense. And then guess what? You get a reliable, predictable income in retirement. And more importantly, it is an income that with almost 100% certainty, you will not outlive.
There are some advisors that simply allocate your savings to give them the largest kickbacks, and others that put your savings into a cookie cutter plan like every other client they have. What are some advantages of a customized Core and Explore plan?
The advantages are, quite honestly, the peace of mind that you have that go along with a piece of the money that's completely protected. You have a piece that is invested in the Explorer, or basically the stock market based investments. And so the only disadvantages that we see, quite honestly, is if you have a market return of 5, 6, 8, 10 years where the market just skyrockets every single year for 10 straight years, do I want to base my retirement on the expectation that the stock market is just going to skyrocket every year for the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years? In our opinion, the advantages grossly, outperform the disadvantages that goes along with that. And that's why pretty much every single client that we have, every single listener to our show, every single viewer of our podcasts, the segments that we do on video, that's why we are so adamant that we feel like that these are strategies that are, where the advantages will grossly outperform the disadvantages.
If you are getting excited about the plan after hearing about it, there is one more key element to Core and Explore. When should you start implementing the plan?
The Core and Explore can really can be started at any point. Obviously, if you're maybe in your 20s, 30s, maybe early 40s, mid 40s, the Explore is going to be a majority of your portfolio. That's going to be where I'm going to have, a massive amount of money that's invested in stock market based accounts. Why? Because you're young. You're way away from retirement, 15, 20 years away from retirement. The stock market goes through a correction, 20, 30% correction. No big deal. Why? Because I have that time to recover, right? I don't have that time to recover if I'm 65 and I want to retire at 67. When you're at that 10 years or less to retirement, in that retirement red zone, that's where that core begins to make a lot of sense, because with clients that we have, they have that peace of mind that I have that piece of money that's 100% protected.
It is so important to protect and secure your hard-earned savings as you're approaching retirement. That's why you should partner with a team that can get you where you want to be in retirement. Coach Pete and the team at Capital Financial are ready to offer tips and strategies to get you where you want to be in retirement. Take advantage of the no-cost, no-obligation financial review to understand the ins and outs of your retirement plan. A customized plan based on your wants and needs. Contact us today, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more retirement help.